Hello friends and welcome back. So today we will understand about firewalls and step-by-step process of how they work and help you secure your network. So without wasting any time, grab a notepad and let's begin. As we all know that firewalls serve as the first line of defense in network security. Their primary purpose is to ensure a defined security policy, acting as a gatekeeper that controls incoming and outgoing network traffic. By carefully examining data packets, firewalls determine whether to allow or block them based on predefined rules. Firewall security policy outlines acceptable and unacceptable network activities, protecting critical assets, which include what services can be accessed, specifies which services like HTTP, FTP, or SMTP are permitted, what IP addresses and ranges are restricted, defines allowed and blocked IP addresses or range, what ports can be accessed, determines which network ports are open for communication, like port 80 is used for HTTP communication. Firewalls as security architecture choke points in an IT network. All communication must pass through firewall for inspection and restriction. Firewalls are used to restrict access from the internet to access corporate networks, restrict access between internal network segments, restrict access based on origin and destination. Firewalls can filter traffic based on the source and destination of the data packets. Source-based restrictions. Rules can be set to allow or deny traffic from specific IP addresses or address ranges. For example, you can block all traffic from non-malicious IP addresses. You can also restrict traffic from certain geographical locations if they are not relevant to your business or are known source of threats. Similar to source restrictions, firewalls can control which destinations within the network can be accessed. Sensitive areas like financial systems can have a stricter access control. Traffic can be routed or blocked based on the network segment, ensuring that only authorized segments communicate with each other. Right? Firewalls can restrict access based on determination of acceptable traffic types. It uses various criteria to determine which type of traffic are considered acceptable, like only few protocols may be allowed, blocking others which might be risky. Ports can be opened or closed based on the needs of the network, like port 80, which is used for HTTP, might be open for web traffic, while port 23, which is telnet, is closed due to its lack of security, right? So all these are the restrictions which firewall can put in place. Firewall can be software based, running on a server, or dedicated hardware appliances. Firewalls monitor data packets entering and leaving the network, applying various filter criteria like source and destination addresses and ports, filtering based on the IP addresses of the packet's origin and destination. Header information, inspecting the packet headers for specific information. Protocol type like TCP or UDP. Packet type and service, filtering based on type of packet and the service it pertains to. And data content, deep inspection of data content within the packet, including application and file data. Now let us take an example and understand how a firewall works and how it monitors data packets which are entering and leaving your network. Suppose you access an external website from your workstation. First step will be packet generation. Your web browser generates a data packet to request access to the website. This packet includes information such as source IP address, which is your workstation, destination IP address, which is the website server, the source port and the destination port. So the destination port will be 80, which is used for HTTP, right? Next step is packet arrival at the firewall. The packet reaches the corporate firewall, which is configured to monitor all incoming and outgoing traffic. Source and destination addresses and ports filtering. Firewall checks for source IP and destination IP, source port and destination port, and it checks if it is allowed. Header information inspection. The firewall inspects the packet headers for specific information like checksums and flags. As we have discussed earlier, checksums provide a simple way to compute the integrity of data files before and after file transfer. Next step is protocol type filtering. The firewall verifies the type of protocol used, like TCP, which is allowed for port 80, HTTP. Packet type and service filtering. The firewall assesses the type of packet. For example, it differentiates between different service requests, like web browsing uses HTTP or HTTPS protocol, email uses SMTP or file transfer protocol. If the packet is for a service that is not allowed, then it is blocked, right? I have discussed in details different protocols which are used in email communication from sending and receiving, which are SMTP, POP3 and IMAP. If you want better understanding, you can go and refer my video. And the final step is data content inspection, which is deep packet inspection. The firewall performs deep packet inspection to analyze the data content within the packet. For example, if the firewall detects that the HTTP request contains suspicious scripts or payloads that could indicate a cross-site scripting attack, then it blocks the packet. And the last is the decision and action. Allow or block. Based on the cumulative inspection results, the firewall decides whether to allow or block the packet. If the packet meets all security criteria, it is allowed to pass through the destination, right? And the firewall logs the packet's detail and any actions taken. A demilitarized zone is a network segment situated between protected, which is your internal, and unprotected, which is the external network or internet. DMZs often host publicly accessible servers like mail and DNS servers while protecting internal systems. And firewalls are configured to create DMZs, providing a buffer zone to enhance security. Typically, two firewalls are used. One is outer firewall, which protects the DMZ from external threats, and second is inner firewall, which shields the internal network from any threats that may compromise the DMZ, right? DMZ usually contain an intrusion detection system sensor which listens for suspicious and malicious behavior. I have discussed more in details about DMZ and its working in my earlier video, which you can go and watch for better understanding. So there are different types of firewall. We will discuss them briefly. I will try to make detailed videos on each type of firewall and how to set up and how it works. So for that, stay tuned. So basically we have 5 to 6 types of firewall. First is packet filtering, which examines packet headers like destination and source addresses, ports and services requested to make decisions. And they use access control lists to monitor and filter network traffic. Dynamic packet filtering. It permits outbound traffic of allowed types and only allows corresponding inbound traffic. Like if an employee sends an HTTP request to a website, the website's HTTP response is allowed because it corresponds to the initial request, right? Stateful inspection looks at the state and context of packets, providing more granular control, keeps track of each conversation using state table. There are two types of proxy firewalls working at different levels in the OSI model. First is circuit level proxy, which focuses on packet header information and operates at the lower level, providing basic proxy services, provides less detailed level of control than application level proxy, which deeply inspects packets. Kernel proxy, faster than application level proxy because processing performed in operating system kernel. And next generation firewall. These are very fast and supports high bandwidth. These have built-in intrusion prevention system and able to connect to external services like Active Directory. So this is just a brief of types of firewall. Stay tuned for detailed videos on each type and how it works. So guys, this is all we have for today. In our upcoming videos, we will discuss more in details about intrusion prevention system and intrusion detection system, types of firewall, and other systems which are using network security. I hope you found this video insightful. Please share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, consider joining me on LinkedIn. See you soon with another topic, another video. Till then, take care, bye bye.